Welcome to Fresh Talk News Channel. Today, we're diving into a major development in Washington, D.C. that marks the first significant shakeup within the Trump administration since the president began his second term in January, according to two sources familiar with the matter who spoke with CNN. National Security Advisor Mike Waltz is expected to step down in the coming days. This shift comes amid growing tensions inside the administration and mounting dissatisfaction with Waltz's performance. Sources say Waltz was recently informed that his time leading the National Security Council was coming to an end. His role has been in question all week. Adding to the drama, several other senior national security figures, including Deputy National Security Advisor Alex Wong, are also expected to depart, although the exact timeline remains unclear. Meanwhile, potential replacements for Waltz are already being discussed. Deputy Secretary of State Christopher Landau and even Secretary of State Marco Rubio have been floated as temporary fill-ins while President Trump considers a more permanent candidate. Another name under consideration is Steve Witkoff, a longtime friend of President Trump and a prominent real estate developer. Witkoff, who has led discussions with countries like Russia and Iran, is seen as a strong contender. However, two sources close to Witkoff say he's told Confidence he's not interested in the job, though they admit he may reconsider if President Trump personally asks him to step in. One insider summed it up this way: why would he take that on? Why leave behind what he's doing now to manage the chaos of the interagency process? Waltz's influence within the West Wing has been diminishing for some time, especially after a serious blunder. He accidentally added a journalist to a Signal group chat discussing sensitive military operations. Although Trump initially resisted firing him, not wanting to hand a symbolic victory to critics, the damage was done. Four separate sources confirmed Waltz never regained his previous standing. White House Chief of Staff Susie Wiles was reportedly among those most critical of Waltz's performance, and that criticism began even before the Signal mishap. Now, just 100 days into his second term, President Trump seems less concerned about the optics of internal disorder. Several sources described Waltz's removal as a matter of when, not if. The story of his exit was first reported by journalist Mark Halperin. The decline in Waltz's standing has been gradual but unmistakable. Trump's decision to fire multiple National Security Council staffers, on the advice of far-right activist Laura Loomer, further signaled Waltz's fading power. Loomer, a controversial figure in Trump's orbit, claims she personally tried to warn the president about Waltz in an Oval Office meeting. She was reportedly about to show Trump a video from Waltz's 2016 campaign, where he had criticized Trump. When Waltz himself walked into the room, Loomer didn't stop there. She also lobbied for the removal of Alex Wong, citing his previous ties to Mitt Romney's presidential campaign. On Capitol Hill, reactions were mixed. Many Democrats believe Waltz is being used as a scapegoat, while others argue Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth should face more scrutiny. Senator Mark Kelly of Arizona weighed in, saying, "I think they're holding the wrong guy accountable." He called Waltz's mistake unfortunate, but said it was far more alarming that Hegseth shared extremely sensitive military information about a Yemen airstrike from an aircraft carrier, a move that could have endangered American pilots. Despite concerns over Hegseth's actions, President Trump has stood by him. According to sources, Trump couldn't get past the fact that Waltz had invited Atlantic journalist Jeffrey Goldberg into the sensitive Signal group chat in the first place. While Trump agreed that Hegseth showed poor judgment by discussing military strategy in multiple Signal chats, he didn't think it warranted dismissal, especially given the political capital spent confirming Hegseth. Additionally, Hegseth enjoys far greater support within the MAGA movement, unlike Waltz, who was always viewed with suspicion by Trump's base. Unlike Hegseth, removing Waltz also doesn't require a Senate confirmation, making the decision much simpler politically. Susie Wiles has reportedly ordered the Pentagon to avoid further mistakes, warning that there is no room for more embarrassments. Earlier this week, the drama played out publicly. Waltz was seen boarding Marine One with President Trump, but he did not accompany the rest of the team on Air Force One to Michigan. One official claimed he was never scheduled to make the trip, but many within the administration found it strange. Foreign leaders are watching closely. Several officials from the Middle East have voiced concerns over who might succeed Waltz. One senior Western official remarked, "Out of everyone, we didn't expect him to be the first to go." Behind closed doors, officials had been quietly discussing an exit strategy for Waltz for days. Trump's frustration was growing, not only over the Signal incident but also over the unexpectedly close Florida congressional race to replace Waltz, which irritated the president even further. By Thursday, it appeared the administration was no longer interested in helping Waltz land softly. One official bluntly stated, "President Trump lost confidence in him a while ago." This developing story continues to unfold, and we'll keep you updated with the latest information as it comes in. Thanks for watching Fresh Talk News Channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more breaking news and political updates.